simple question is how to understand the telecom structure or the 5G landscape in India. It's a very interesting question because mainly the questions which are being asked is what is the 5G landscape in India? What are the strategies the telecommunications are taking into care so that they are the ruling masters in days to come? So the way I would like to bifurcate this question is in very simple ways. Patenting is one aspect. The other very important aspect which needs to be taken into care is the trademark portfolio. What kind of trademark portfolio these companies are having. Now, what happens is many a times, whether it's any telco or any other company for that matter, they have their sister concerns. And when I talk about sister concerns, the trademark application might be filed not by the parent company, but by the sister concern. So you need to look into the whole gamut of the trademark applications. What is the status of the trademark applications? How many of the applications are still active? How many are abandoned? How many are objected? And a very important factor is how the application was filed at the first instant. Why I say so is the kind of work we do at TCIS is we generally go with a proactive strategy whereby we file all the documents in terms of the affidavits, the usage date with whatever documentation is available to us at any given point of time when we are filing a trademark application. Why it is a good strategy to file an affidavit and claim a date for a trademark. Trademark can be your word mark, it can be a device, logo, it can be a tagline, combination of that, and the list is endless. Coming to the point here is when you claim a date and you provide the documentation, your case history is strong, and in future, if anyhow there's some kind of disagreement between the brands and other aspects, those documents come in very handy. That is one aspect, and very important aspect which the Indian ecosystem is not looking into is the ambit of definition of goods and services. See, if you just go through the trademark law, the trademark act, there's list of good and services, and that's what most of the players in the market or the individual players, they just file the application. However, when such kind of cases go in litigation, they generally end up losing their whole portfolio of the brand also over the years. Why? Because the definition itself was very limiting. So what you need to do is hire some firms which have experience of working with international law firms, or at least handling international cases, because what happens is, like, a firm like us or any other firm would be taken into consideration the international classification, because that is more in detail and sets the ambit right for your application itself. So answering your question for the 5G, I would say first you need to see the trademark portfolio. Second, if possible, you need to read their contracts. What kind of arrangement do they have internally and externally, if possible? Because if you're part of the in-house counsel, these are the main steps you need to take. Then a very important factor is coming to the patenting portfolio. Let me tell you, globally right now, what is happening is a pool is being created so that everybody can enjoy the pie, because some technologies are essential technologies and that technology is embedded in other technologies without which any technology won't be able to work. So you need to identify what is your strength and the strength of your so-called competitors. Strike a deal, because in the patent law itself, in the Indian patent law, it is clearly stated that it has to be affordable and it has to be available to the masses. Right now in India, most of the cases are catering to the pharma sector, where we talk about affordable medicine. However, this can be applicable to any case scenario. So the easiest way is, say for example, you see any patent application and you see the worth of the patent claims which are granted in that application is of your interest. You can always write an email or meet the people and make it, I would say, have a documentation of it that you had the intent of striking a royalty deal. And see, this is very internal to any company. What is the right price? So it's obviously it's good to get the price from the person who owns the right. and then you can see where you can negotiate that deal. So that's all about negotiation. So that's how you can, be a part of the pie, because right now technology landscape, not only in India but globally, is changing every 3 months. So before even a product is coming into the market, the R&D time and everything is being shortened. So a lot of technologies have been filed. If I talk about 5G, most of the technical stuff related to 5G technology was already filed from 2000 to 2010. That's the landscape. And if you really want to see the landscape, go to the WIPO website. That is the patent scope. You need to identify the right IPCs, and you will get the landscape. If you have any I would say any particular question, please hire us. We will be happy to serve you, and we can also train your in-house people how to gather that data, how to read that data. I have been reading data for the last 15 plus years, and I have been very, very fortunate. And by God grace, I have worked on so many technologies, understanding what IPR provides to the provider and what IPR can be utilized to gain momentum in this era where everybody is talking about, funding. People are talking about how the technology landscape is going to change everyone. And the best part is, technology, if utilized with the right intent, it can do wonders. So let's do wonderful stuff. That's what Mr. Wonderful in Shark Tank also talks about. If you have any other particular question regarding the 5G landscape, please send me a message.